Okay, so tell me a time when you had a close brush with death, but you didn't know you were having a close brush with death. It's like a mouthful. And I'll go first. So I was listening to the Crime Junkie podcast recently, and they had an episode on that literally sent chills through me. It was an episode where they were talking about this guy that was in Alaska, I believe. And what he was doing was he was looking for women that were driving by themselves in cars in sort of like more remote areas. Obviously, Alaska, that's not hard to find. And that's how he found his victims. So he would pull them over, pretend he was a police officer, and that's how he would, find them and kill them and all that. So I was like, oh my God. I knew this was strange when it happened back in the day, but it's worth telling again because I think stories like these can actually help people. If you hear something like I heard a story on here the other day where a girl was talking about how guys tried to drug their drink at a bar, and I think sharing these stories is a really good idea. So this was many, many years ago. I was driving home from the hospital with my friend in the car, and we were coming over the bridge, and it was really dark. It was late at night, and there was a car that came up next to us, then went behind us, then came up next to us and went behind us, and it finally pulled us over. But it put a red light in the dash, which I didn't know at the time is not technically what a police officer is going to have in the dash. So he puts this red light in the dash. He comes up to the car. As he's walking up to our car, first of all, we're stopping in an area at the base of the bridge that is completely dark. At the time, I did not know that you could go to a well-lit area for your own safety, if that's what you need to do, even if you're trying to be pulled over. Anyway, so the guy walks up, and as he walks up, my friend in the back, who had been laying down, because remember, it was late at night, she pops up, and he looks in the window, then looks in the back, and is like, oh, you need to slow down, and just walked away. It was the creepiest thing. So now listening to that episode, and I knew then, I had a weird feeling then, but I know even more pointedly now that Delilah in the back seat probably saved my life. And it also lets me know that God has a plan. But I mean, holy crap. When you think of how close you come to things and you have no idea, it's crazy. So anyway, if you have a story, I want to hear it too.